So, the Chief of Army Staff.
This is my second visit to Army headquarters and my third visit to Nigeria since I took post in February 2020. And on all of my visits, and in many visits to West Africa aside, it's been very clear to me that this is a part of the world in which the UK has many great friends, and where the UK's interests are shared by those friends. Nowhere is that more obvious than here in Nigeria, where the relationship between our armed forces, and particularly our armies, is incredibly close. The customs and traditions of the Nigerian Army are almost identical to many of the customs traditions of the British Army. Many Nigerian officers have trained or come to study with distinction in the UK. And over the last, over many years, but particularly over the last decade or so, the BMAT and Optaurus have been a fantastic vehicle through which to strengthen those ties. And so I come with a new government in Nigeria and new chiefs appointed to introduce myself, to establish new friendships, and to build on what has gone before. To invite you to be honest and candid with us about the things that we've been doing that perhaps you no longer care for, and the things that we haven't been doing, and that you would like us to do anew. Because I think it's important to us that we don't, that what we're doing is the stuff that meets your ambition for your army, General, whilst it is under your command. And my team are itching to have those conversations with you and your team to understand what your ambitions are and how we might support them. And then, of course, obviously, events in Niger require a conversation about what the plan might be and what role, if any, the military might take. The United Kingdom's position is that we would expect, hope, that this can be successfully resolved peacefully with the regime in the army agreeing a rapid transition back to a democratically elected government. But it is essential at this time of growing instability and insecurity in this region that the friendship that the UK and Nigeria has allows us to speak to each other about what the plans could be and how we help to achieve the peaceful democratic outcome that we both hope for. So thank you very much indeed for the opportunity to come and meet with you today. Thank you for your hospitality in Army headquarters. Thank you to the warm welcome you've extended to the delegation, and thank you for bringing out so much expertise from the upper echelons of the Nigerian Army to support us in our conversation. It's great to be here. Thank you.
On behalf of the officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army and the entire Nigerian Army community, I welcome the UK Minister for the Armed Forces and Veterans to these headquarters this afternoon. And I want to sincerely appreciate you for coming with such a high-powered delegation to visit us at the Army headquarters. And I also want to thank you for the relationship that exists between the Nigerian Army and the British Army. We've had a long history of beneficial relationship with the British Army. Our army is patterned along the British Army in terms of the organization, equipment, and the like. And you have mentioned some areas that we have received assistance from the UK in the past, the BMAT, the training of our officers in RCDS, in RMAs, and other British military institutions. So we want to appreciate you for this. And we appreciate you especially for what you have done to assist us in the fight against insurgency and other forms of insecurity that confront us as a nation. We want to appreciate the BMAT, the OP Taurus, and other British efforts towards our operations in the Northeast and other parts of Nigeria. For the things that we do together, it's not that we don't care for them anymore. we do care for them. And so we are very much interested in continuing the partnership, especially the training, and even expanding on it, where the UK government and the British Army is disposed towards the expansion. And we are open to other areas of cooperation. We are open to UAV training. We are open to special forces training. We are open to so many other areas of cooperation. And commemorative of visit to these headquarters, I hope you find a place in your office to keep it.
I certainly will. General, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.